Ecclesiastes 7, verse 1 to 5, "A good name is better than precious ointment, and the day of death is better than the day of one's birth. Better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting, for death is the end of every person, and the living should take it to his heart. Sorrow is better than laughter, for by sadness of countenance the heart is made good. The heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is in the house of mirth. Better to listen to the rebuke of the wise." Things are getting serious for the writer of Ecclesiastes, the preacher, and sometimes confusing for us as we follow him through the labyrinth of his discourse on the meaning of life. Death is better than birth, mourning is better than feasting, and sorrow is better than laughter. What happened to his eat and drink and find enjoyment in all the toil statements from earlier? In Ecclesiastes chapter 5, verse 18, we read what the preacher said earlier. He said, "Look, I have discovered what is good and fitting, to eat and to drink and to enjoy all the fruit of the toil with which one toils under the sun during the number of the days of his life that God gives to him, for this is his lot." The preacher might sound like he's contradicting himself, but the twist in his argument is meant to show us exactly what folly we may be inadvertently embracing. It's easy to brush over these verses while thinking in terms of standard run-of-the-mill folly or obvious sins. But folly can even look like a daily routine, goals, successes, and our happy, fulfilling lives. It can take the form of anything that skims the surface of life, but keeps us from confronting our greatest need and the reality of eternity. When life is good, it's tempting to gloss over our need for God. Everything is going as planned, and it's easy to rely on ourselves, not on Him, but the preacher wants us to address this temptation. It might take death or times of extreme pain and sadness to help us realize the truth. Only when we attend a funeral or lose a family member does the veneer start to chip. Then we get a glimpse of the turmoil bubbling under the surface. Only when we're convicted of our great need can we admit that we truly need a Savior. Are your successes causing you to diminish your need for Christ?